Welcome back to the channel, guys. Very excited to have you here. We are going through money today. Awesome topic. We're going through how to budget, how to save money, and then how to invest money in 2021. Now, I have made a separate video already on how to increase your income, giving you different vehicles, different ideas, and different strategies. This one is more so how to financially budget yourself personally, if you've got a business or both, and then how to cut back on your operating expenses as a person, and then how to start to increase your income through some of the vehicles that I did mention in that other video. I'm gonna get straight into it. I'm only gonna ask once, so I don't annoy you guys too much. If I could just ask for one favor, for you guys to smash the like button, it would really help out. It helps out heaps with the channel, with the algorithm, with YouTube. If you could just take the time in 3, 2, 1. You've liked the video. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let's get straight into it. Let's see how to budget properly, how to cut back on expenses, how to increase your income in 2021. Let's go. So first things first, guys, let's budget. Now, how do you do that? It sounds pretty basic and simple, but most people don't do this because most people avoid their finances. And let's be honest, we've all been there before, myself included. I used to go out on a weekend and I would not want to open up my online banking because I would see a negative in front of my money. So first things first, guys, let's budget. How to do so? You're going to write down what are every single one of your expenses. And there are tons of apps out there. You can just Google them. All I use is Google Sheets. It's super simple. I do it online. I've got access to it anywhere, included on my phone and on my computer as well. And it's literally free. So I use that. And what you're going to do is you're going to list out all of your major expenses. And when I say major, the ones that you need to survive, not thrive. So you're not going to be putting down all your fancy dinners. You're not going to be putting down all your holidays, all your cocktails, all your partying. These are all your expenses for you to get by. Rent, obviously you need a roof over your head. Basic food, again, food to just eat and survive. Petrol and car costs. So say you've got a car that you are paying off, or just petrol and operating expenses to run that car. Any insurances, so that might be life insurance or car insurance or home insurance, any form of insurances, because you do want to have insurances there in case the worst thing happens and you do have that backup plan. And probably some form of a phone bill. If you're paying like a prepaid one or you're paying one outright or you've got one on a payment plan, you're probably going to have some form of phone expenses as well. Now, unless you've got anything specific, these should be your main ones that you're dealing with. Unless there's a specific reason for you to have it on there, there shouldn't be much more expenses on this list because, again, we're budgeting to survive, not thrive just yet. We're going to get to that part very soon. Once you've listed all of your expenses, then you just put in the column next to it, what is your income? And a basic question is, does your income outweigh your expenses? That's obviously a great starting point. You want to make sure you're earning more than you're spending, because if you're not doing that, and unfortunately a lot of people do, then you are going to have some financial pain in the short to long term, because that's not a recipe for success. That is a recipe for failing. Now you've got all your expenses down and you've got your income there. First thing we're going to do, we're going to look at how to reduce your expenses. Now there's so many ways you can do that. You can be very frugal. You can be very extreme, or you can just start making small little sacrifices. Get up your phone or your laptop, whatever you use, open up your online banking and start to scroll through your account, and you'll see all of your payments that have gone out of your account. What you'll find, it's not the big $500, $1,000, $200 purchase. It's all of those little ones. It's the $5 coffee, the $12 meal, the $20 t-shirt. It's all of the little expenses that add up, and over days, weeks, months, and years, it works out to be thousands, tens of thousands, and with compound interest on top of it, hundreds of thousands of dollars. So you're going to go through and you're going to start to knock out some of your expenses and start to reduce it. And this is where you've got to start making some very mature decisions around downsizing. A great decision is to downsize your living situation or the car that you're driving, because you've got to get out of that mindset of keeping up with the Joneses, trying to impress people with who you are and your lifestyle and what materialistic things you've got. Because if you're trying to play that game, then you are going to have a lot of pain in your life financially, because there's always going to be someone doing better than you. And if your goal is to just look better than others, then you're just going to be throwing your money away on depreciating assets like cars, like toys, like clothes, things that don't appreciate and make you any money. So please, if this is the first time you've heard that phrase, get out of the mindset of trying to impress others and keep up with the Joneses. Start to cut back massively. Yes, that might mean that you won't go out every single weekend with your girlfriends or your boyfriends for a drink or a party. It might mean staying home one night. It might be staying away from the party scene. It might be spending time with yourself. It might be choosing more cost-effective exercises or activities to do, because you need to have discipline with your finances. Step number 3, once you've done your budget, including all your expenses and your income, then you've gone through and reduced as much expenses as possible. The next step we're going to do is we're going to pay down any debt. So what you're going to do, you're going to list out all your debts. So for example, say you've got a credit card, say you've got Afterpay, say you've got a home loan, and say you've got a car loan. And you're also going to put on the amount with the interest rate that's on it as well. For argument's sake, you've got a credit card that's on 15%, you've got Afterpay on 5%, you've got a home loan on 2.5%, and you've got a car loan for 7%. List out all of these debts so you've got them all lined up. And what you're going to do is you're going to start to domino these down. You're going to start with the one that's the smallest amount left on it. So say your Afterpay has a couple $100 left on it. What you're going to do, all of your profit from all your expenses and all your income, whatever's left over, all of that is going to go straight on the smallest number you've got. And you're going to finish that off. And then once that's done, your minimum payment that you had to do on that can then go on to the next smallest. And then you follow this system until all your debts are paid off. This would exclude probably something like your house, because it's a very low interest rate, most likely. So instead of paying down your house on a 2.5 interest rate, when you could invest and get like an 8% return, then it's probably more valuable for you to start to invest there and just pay down your home loan over a longer period of time, or even better, rent it out and get someone else to pay it down for you. So the goal is, guys, pay down all of your high interest debt. Then you can start to then invest your money. So step number 4 is we're going to start to increase your income. And this is starting to think outside the box. Something that entrepreneurs do is they find opportunities when others can't see them. So say you're living in a 3-bedroom house and there's only 2 of you. Rent out one of the rooms. This is where you can pick up side hustles, something like driving Uber, something like starting a part-time business, an online business, drop shipping. Again, I've made a video already on how to increase your income in 2021, but this is when you got to start to look outside of the box. And yes, you got to put some effort into it if you're looking to really set yourself up financially. So step number 4 was to increase your income. Again, there's a video there specific to that, so go watch that and check it out. Number 5, this is a massive step, and this actually really saved my ass during the pandemic in 2020. And that is to save 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses, or if you're a business owner, operating expenses. Now, especially with what's happened in 2020, that 3 to 6 months might even be 6 to 12 months. So make sure you put that money away, because there's a lot of psychological benefits with that when you know you've got something backed up in case you lose your job, in case something happens to a family member, say something dramatic happens, you've got that there, so you don't have to freak out when a bill rocks up in the mail that you weren't ready for, like a car payment or an insurance payment, or something's gone wrong. Having that peace of mind that you've got a safety bucket of money of 3 to 6 months of living expenses there that you can use if anything goes wrong, creates a massive change in your mindset, because then you won't be so stressed about money, because you've got that safety bucket of money there in case anything goes wrong. So this is a huge step. And given what happened in 2020 with the pandemic, when my businesses had to shut down overnight, if it wasn't for having that discipline and having that there in place, I might have lost my businesses. So this is crucial, guys. It's non-negotiable. Set yourself up. put away 3 to 6 months. If you want to go extreme as well and go better, even 12 months of living expenses. So if you lose your job, if the company you work for shuts down, if something happens to a family member, if anything dramatic happens, you've got something there to look after the situation and not go under. Number 6, guys, this is when you can start to invest your money because you've worked out your budget and you're staying disciplined and structured to it. You've also cut down on your expenses. You've paid down all your debts. You've started to increase your income. You've put away 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses. Now you can start to invest. You can start to put money into property, into stocks, into businesses, into bonds, into whatever it is that you enjoy, into doing whatever it is that you want to do for you to create your financial success, okay? Just to go back one part, guys, some people will be watching this and be like, oh my God, I don't want to be so tight with my money. I want to live my life. I want to enjoy myself. I agree, but there needs to be common sense as well. There's nothing wrong with rewarding yourself for the hard work that you've put in. The only difference is you need to have structure around it. So if you're just, whenever you're feeling like it, going out and buying yourself something nice online or going out to a fancy dinner or going out and drinking and wasting money, if there's no structure around it, structure and discipline equals freedom. Without that, it equals chaos and it equals pain. So there's nothing wrong with doing that. I actually encourage to do that because I used to be so tight and so strict and had no fun, and I actually burnt myself out a lot in my career. So by having that level of balance and enjoyment and treating yourself and rewarding yourself for the hard work that you do put in, then the journey becomes more enjoyable. Because if you're not enjoying the journey, then what the hell are you doing? So I do want to just add that on top of it, because some people will listen to this and think that it's like about having no fun and it's all about just making money and just being like a stinge, putting all your money in a big safe at home. That's not the case, guys. Yes, have fun, enjoy your money, go on a holiday, like just do the things that you enjoy and makes you happy, but have structure, have discipline, have common sense about it. As long as you're following a structure, you've increased your income, you've paid off all your debt, you've budgeted correctly, you're investing to make more money, then enjoy yourself. Do what you love. And that might be different for everyone, but find a way to enjoy yourself, okay? So please don't feel like you have to be super tight with your money and not have any fun at all. That's it for the video, guys. I hope you really enjoyed it. Please check me out on Instagram and Facebook. My handle is just Lewis Huckstep, my full name. If you got any value out of this, like I said, like the video, share it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you on the next one.